Chief is a family-owned, Nebraska-based company comprised of 7 diverse brands. Chief, trusted, tested, true.
Well, good morning, you two.
Good morning.
Hello, little Pepper. Don't you look happy?
She looks kind of grumpy, honestly.
She's kind of a grumpy cat in general, but I think that's like a cat's job. Whee! Off she goes.
She probably wants some breakfast.
Oh! We've been having some issues with skunks eating all of her food. So we're feeding her in smaller portions now so that she gets the recipient of all the food and not other wild critters unwanted. I don't know if you guys can hear that sound behind me. It's kind of a foreign sound, something we haven't heard in a while. That would be rain, folks. Grant and I turned the sprinklers off this morning, and the rain just kind of popped up out of nowhere. I really don't know where it came from. But regardless, we're still going to do our irrigation fix for today. We had a center drive go out. So even though it's raining now, I'm sure it won't last long, and we'll have to start pivots up again really soon. So we better just fix it now. As you guys know, if you've watched more than one video, or even just today's video, you know that we have a channel sponsor, UMC, Universal Motion Components. They have been partnered with my channel for, this is the 2nd year in a row. That's because we use all of their powertrain parts to fix our pivots. This is what a center drive looks like. And
just an electric motor attached to a gearbox that attaches to the base beam of the pivot that spins the wheels. That's all it pretty much does. And they just go out over time when you have 40-year-old pivots and water and electricity. They just go out every once in a while. So we have the best of the best to get them fixed up.
Pepper? Oh my goodness. You know who did that?
Probably the little skunks.
What in the world? Could you defend yourself last night? The shop door was left open all night last night. Do you remember what I said about feeding her in smaller portions? Well, she's lucky. She just gets whatever she wants. You guys, I'm losing a little bit of faith. We have either really, really harsh sunlight, and that's why you can see, do you see how well it's doing in the shade it's given over here? And the weeds are just ridiculous. So we spread some fertilizer, and it's got something in it that turns all this, any kind of broadleaf, these are all coming up, but it turns them white so they can't photosynthesize anymore. You just want cuddles, don't you? So we have a lot of white crabgrass. I don't know, Grant said it's going to take a long time, and I know that, but sometimes I just wish I could close my eyes and then open them up and I would just have like golf course of a lawn. We got a long ways to go. So if you guys have any recommendations, we've seeded some areas where the seed kind of washed a little bit or didn't come up as great. I'm working hard to become a grass farmer, but I have a lot more experience being a corn and soybean farmer. We're in the 2001 single cab black Chevy this morning. This used to be Grant and I's daily driver. There's not that much cab space given that it is a single cab. This is the pickup that Grant used to move me out of my college home, meaning that we put a lot of stuff in the back, but him and I were absolutely packed to the ceiling in here to keep stuff dry. It never sounds that great, but it usually starts.
This thing's great. It's like 155,000 miles on it.
We got a steal on it when we bought it several years ago. Boy, how long have we had this pickup?
This might be the longest I've ever owned a vehicle. I don't know. Probably close to 4 or 5 years now.
I think the Geo Tracker is the longest you've ever held on to a vehicle.
Geo Tracker. That thing hasn't made a debut in a long time. We should probably get that thing back out.
We better. Grant has historically been a revolving door of vehicles. Just can't seem to hang on to one thing. He likes to trade things out and is always finding a better deal on something else. But I like this pickup a lot. Here's the pivot we're gonna be working on. Broken. How did we figure out it was broken, Grant?
It's got a big old bend in it, so the pivot moves around in a straight line around the center point, but then all of a sudden this tower stops and this one keeps going. But then there's a little switch of like, hey, this that tells us the pivot that this one's not moving, and so it shuts the whole thing down. So it doesn't fold over itself, because it will do that if that switch doesn't work. I've seen it happen.
Luckily, it's in a soybean field.
Yeah.
And the soybeans aren't canopied yet, meaning that you can still see the rows and you can still walk down them. So, it shouldn't be too bad. I wore pants because it is wet outside. Let's check these out. So they are flowering. See that? We're going to start seeing some soybeans on these plants here pretty soon. This damage is from Japanese beetles. They are just the worst pests. So annoying. I don't know how much of a yield loss we see, but I just hate to see the leaves all chewed up like that. Let's go down here. Look at that. Soybeans are such a cool plant. Mentally preparing myself. I realize this looks pretty small. It is so heavy. Kind of have a long ways to walk.
You got it.
All right, let's go. Are we there yet?
I've only walked a short distance and my pants and boots are already soaked. I guess I'll carry the tools.
Oh. Oh. It's...
Are your boots full of water?
Yes. Kind of wet outside. Oh.
Now for the fun part.
Wow. Beautiful. The clouds are so interesting looking this morning. They look like mountain ranges. Imagine if we lived next to the mountains, Grant.
That would be so awesome.
The first step in this operation is to remove the old knuckles. So that is what connects this bad center drive. Here's essentially like, would you call it a drivetrain, Grant?
Yeah, drivetrain.
Yeah, drivetrain. And then there's a gearbox on that side, a gearbox on that side. So, I'm gonna pull these out.
Yep, you can pull that one out. You lift up on that side.
Trash. Broken. Does that line up or do I need to go out more?
Go up more.
Okay, that one.
That one. A little bit.
Nice.
You just gotta keep holding. Okay, just. Okay.
There you go. I would like it to be known that since we do have exposed wires that we've taken apart, the power main power shutoff is off. There's no power on this pivot right now, so it's safe to be working on this.
No juice.
No juice. So while this is our new UMC center drive here, we have two different parts that we're going to be putting on either side so that we can show you the difference. This is the old used knuckle, okay? This is the new knuckle that we're going to be putting on this side, UMC, of course. Like I said, they're industry leaders in pivot powertrain parts.
We couldn't get this one off because the bolts were so corroded. None of our wrenches would fit. I would have taken this one on and put another one of these on, but I just can't. With the tools I have, I can't get it off.
But just look at what a serious upgrade these UMC knuckles are.
And look how much nicer and bigger these bolts are, because we have to be out here with these little guys in the mud. And do you know how fast these things rust away?
Or get lost even.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then these are just like the simplest things to connect. It's just really nice. They slide right on. You can just tighten a few bolts. You're good to go. I love these things. I also believe it's an improved puck design and material that these use. So these things can go bad. And like I said, there's just water obviously coming out of everywhere in this pivot.
Water and sunlight. Not good on things.
Not great, but these are supposed to be stronger and last a lot longer. So I just walked out to pick up to get some parts. And I'm getting like squishier and squishier.
Ew.
It's disgusting. Sorry, I probably should have put like a trigger warning. But there's like...
Your rubber boots have turned into funnels, huh?
Look at this. Are you ready?
Oh, make sure it doesn't splash on me. Ew.
So gross.
Putting this U-joint together. I've got 2 more bolts and we're on the wiring and we're good to go.
Knuckles are secure. Now the tricky part. When we wire it, are we going to phase it correctly? We shall see. What do you think, Grant?
I get a 50-50 chance.
So, yes, it is about a 50-50 chance. We either phase it correctly, and then when all of the tires are moving this way, this tower will also move this way. But there's also a 50% chance that when we wire it, these towers all go this way, and all of a sudden this goes, woo! That's how pivots flip over. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Farmers get to be a little bit of everything. Farmer is kind of an umbrella term. They also try to be welders, electricians, structural engineers, equipment operators, truck drivers, accountants, a little bit of everything. This is just about the last vice grip we have available on our farm. Every other vice grip is holding together some kind of irrigation fix or holding a battery cable onto a terminal. It's a little ridiculous. We'll say, Grant. I might be a little bit biased. I like your hat and your shirt.
You like this?
Yeah. I don't know why. Something about it is just speaking to me. Looks nice.
Well, thank you. Done.
Brilliant.
All right, now who's gonna walk down there to start it?
Ooh. Okay. I gotta think about what I want to do.
Same.
Okay, then I'm ready.
Are we doing corn, beans, wheat?
No. Ready?
I gotta think about it.
Just plain old regular
right.
rock, paper, scissors. Are we doing 2 out of 3?
To be determined.
No.
Okay, ready?
Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh man.
That was risky.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. getting kind of nervous. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, same
Okay.
brainwaves
Okay,
here.
okay. Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Dang it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, 2 out of 3.
Now he wants it to be 2 out of 3. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Have fun down there. Enjoy your walk.
I'll carry something. Think that'll ride?
Huh?
Ride a few circles. I don't really want it to get caught in the tire. I don't know. Maybe I should just take it out. I'll just haul it all the way up.
You better just take it out. I haul the new one in, you haul the old one out.
I suppose that's fair.
Good luck. Don't fall. While Grant makes his long walk that way, I'm going to clean up our work site, and then I will stay out here to make sure that everything is faced correctly. Okay, I'm a little bit nervous. I feel like radios would be very ideal in this situation because if something does start to go wrong, I'm filming and I can't call Grant like immediately. I'm not on the phone with him. So we'll see how this goes. I just got off the phone with him. He is out at the panel. He is going to start it. Hopefully goes in the right direction. We'll see. Look at that. Looks like all the towers are moving in the same direction. Oh, that is so relieving. Look at that, it works. Beautiful. I know that Grant and I do a lot of talking about pivots, but sometimes the best way to explain to you guys how it works is just to actually show you. So I'm going to stand out here at this tower until Grant actually gets things fired up so you can see what it looks like. Do you hear the water making its way through the pipe? Ooh, it's coming. Starting to get enough pressure behind the pipe to start all the sprinklers. So the sprinklers turn on, whoo, and come right for you. And the tires just move tiny little bits at a time. Ah! Oh my God. Man, I still have stuff I need to get from under there. Whew. It delivers big drops of water, that is for sure. Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Look.
What do we got? Oh.
Little grasshopper. It's not my only little ride along, pal. Look.
I want to see him jump. Think we get it in slow-mo?
Here's my other little ride along. This is one of those Japanese beetles I was talking about. They cause so much damage.
Dumbest bugs.
They are the worst. But we got it fixed. Hopefully after today you have a better idea of what a pivot is and how it works and how many repairs are needed to keep them running. But I'm sure there's more where that came from. So thanks for watching, and Grant and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.